For early humans, winter meant facing a world where the cold itself could kill. During the last ice age, from around 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago, temperatures could drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit or even lower. Skin left uncovered could freeze in seconds, and every breath carried the risk of frostbite. But early humans didn't simply hide and hope for the best. They learned to outthink the cold using methods that, in many ways, feel surprisingly modern. This wasn't about strength alone. It was about understanding the environment as well as their own bodies. From controlling their metabolism to shaping the land around them, their survival methods became a guide for human resilience. The first defense wasn't a cave or a fire, it was the human body itself, acting like a natural furnace shaped by evolution. To survive nights when the cold became almost unbearable, Ice Age humans depended on metabolic heat, the same internal warmth we rely on today during winter. Their diets were extremely high in fat and calories, filled with mammoth meat, nuts, and marrow. This food wasn't just to keep them moving, it kept them warm. Deep in the body, brown adipose tissue, often called brown fat, switched on like a built-in heater. It burned calories to create heat, helping protect the organs from freezing. Archaeologists working at places like Mežirič in Ukraine have found evidence of diets rich in fat, showing that people prepared for winter by gaining weight on purpose. Think of it like training for a long race. In the autumn, they built up body fat, storing energy that also worked as insulation. Body fat wasn't optional, it was protection against the cold. Without it, frostbite could take hold quickly, sometimes in only a few hours. This method wasn't accidental. It was a deliberate adaptation that showed humans understood their bodies long before science could explain it. But warmth alone wasn't enough. They had to control how they moved. Sweating could be deadly. If their fur clothing became wet, it could freeze solid, trapping cold against the skin. So, they learned to move slowly and carefully, taking calm breaths to avoid overheating. Whether they were hunting large animals or gathering food, every movement was planned to save energy and prevent moisture. Even breathing became a skill. They exhaled through fur-lined coverings that warmed the air before it reached their lungs. This type of thermal control, as modern survival experts call it, helped them avoid wasting heat. Picture someone walking through deep snow. Moving too fast could lead to exhaustion or sweating, which could then freeze. Ice Age footprints found in frozen ground show slow, steady travel, proving this careful approach. In the extreme cold, rushing could kill, but patience could save a life. When night arrived, warmth became a group effort. Humans formed what we call heat circles, placing children and older people in the center, with stronger adults around the outside to block the cold. This wasn't just instinct, it was a method developed across generations. Their bedding became a form of survival technology. Layers of moss and fur trapped heat, while small pits dug into the ground collected rising warmth like natural heating systems. At places such as Pavlov in the Czech Republic, archaeologists have found remains of these setups, including signs of controlled fire pits. It wasn't about comfort, it was about creating small warm spaces using the materials they had. Inside a snow cave, families quietly swapped positions to share warmth. This simple idea turned cooperation into a powerful survival tool. Without it, the coldest nights would have been deadly. Before they built shelters, they studied the land carefully. Wind direction, sunlight, and even the shape of snowdrifts were clues. Hills that caught the winter sun, cliffs that blocked strong winds, and narrow entrances that held warm air were all used to their advantage. One of their clever designs was the cold sink, a small pit placed lower than the sleeping area, where freezing air could collect instead of drifting towards them. These choices, even small ones like turning a hut to face the rising sun, could decide whether a group survived the season. Excavations at Mežirič show homes built with these ideas in mind. Their shelters were simple, but the thinking behind them was advanced. This careful planning shows how well early humans understood their environment. They didn't fight nature, they worked with it. Clothing wasn't just clothing, it was carefully designed technology for survival. They layered furs with the hair facing outward to block the wind and placed the softer hide inward to hold heat. This created tiny pockets of trapped air that worked much like modern insulated jackets. Their footwear was particularly smart. They stuffed boots with dry grass that absorbed moisture during the day. Each night, it was replaced with fresh grass, keeping feet warm and dry. Archaeological finds such as sewn mammoth hide boots from Russia show just how advanced their clothing skills were. In many ways, their designs were early versions of what explorers and astronauts wear today. Their clothes protected them like a shield, keeping their bodies working in conditions that would otherwise be impossible. Survival didn't rely only on tools and clothing, it depended on behavior. During heavy snowstorms, people moved low to the ground to stay balanced and avoid losing their way. They listened closely for the sounds of cracking ice or nearby animals, because visibility was often poor. Inside shelters, everyone had a job. One person kept the fire embers alive, another checked smoke vents to stop the group from breathing harmful fumes, and someone else looked out for frost building up inside the shelter. These shared roles kept the group safe. Cave sites such as Lascaux show signs of communal living, with tools and tasks spread across different areas. It wasn't about the strongest surviving, it was about working together and preparing for danger before it arrived. When something went wrong, a shelter collapse, a crack in a snow cave, or sudden freezing winds, they didn't freeze in fear. They followed emergency steps they had practiced many times. They built temporary heat pockets using snow blocks, shared warmth by rotating positions, and created tiny emergency pits lined with moss and fur to hold onto every bit of heat. These methods, taught from one generation to the next, saved countless lives. If a storm trapped a group, they knew exactly what to do. They created quick micro-shelters and protected the weakest first. It shows how preparation was more important than strength. These emergency routines proved that early humans didn't simply react to danger, they stayed ready for it. Ice Age humans didn't just survive the cold, they learned to master it. They used their bodies, their behavior, and even their surroundings as tools for survival. Their ideas still influence us today, from modern winter clothing to how we understand human biology. Their story stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the power of adaptation in the face of nature's harshest challenges.